My name is Alejandro Zambrano, Chief Market Strategist with ATFX. We're going to take a look at the market as we should do at this time of the day, and we're going to kick off with the euro versus the USD. But as well, if you are watching this right now, maybe this is the first time you watch this, then welcome. I've been trading since 2006 and been profitable since 2014. And can hopefully help you guys with your trading. I tried many different ways of trading. I used to work for one of the world's biggest brokers. So don't forget to subscribe to the videos and as well to like them if you like the content. Now I put my Twitter account there. You can follow me on Twitter. I haven't been that active lately, but it comes and goes in waves. But yeah, so make sure you follow me on Twitter to make sure you get these daily updates as well. I'm gonna send you the link to my WhatsApp group. So that's my WhatsApp group, and you can just click on that link afterwards from your mobile, and then you can just add me. Okay, good. Guys, let's get going, and we're gonna begin with the euro. So the euro is bullish, and a few days ago we said that on Monday, actually, we said that if we pull back to the first fib, market is probably going to try to bottom out. The market touched the first fib at 7 a.m. in the morning, and then touched the same level at 3 o'clock, and same day. Since then, the market sort of bottomed out and is now up with about 47 pip. It's been up with about 50. And as I've been saying, is that we're stuck in this wedge, and on this market going upwards, leaving this wedge behind. The wedge pattern itself is, or the wedge pattern suggests that we can probably trade all the way up to 17, 18. Now, I want to get too excited. I really hope, though, that we break, but I wouldn't get too excited. But I think we can go up to maybe 114, 114.51, as long as trade above the turn of funding level, which is at 12.18. And now, if we successfully break above this high here from last week, so if we successfully establish ourselves up here, I will take the trend of funding level. I'm probably just gonna leave it down here, and then eventually just leave it here pretty much at entry. So I would target 114 first, and obviously things are going quite slowly, so it might take a few more days. And also, if the market sort of comes down tumbling here and sort of tries to trade back into the wedge, I will remain bullish. GBP versus the USD is trading slightly upwards today. Yesterday we had some good data from the UK. Labor market was much better than projected, or wage growth was much better than projected. But it wasn't really something that, I mean, the pound really did go up higher, but from a trading perspective, there was no real way of capitalizing on that. That could potentially change today, though, because you have a high here from last week, which is also the Friday's high, and remember the NFP on Friday were not good. So if we take out this level, I think there's probably a decent good amount of stop loss orders just above here. As well, you have this high over here, so take this out, probably go up to 128, then probably a little lower, then 128.50, and then a little bit lower, and then probably 129, and then we're pretty much back into the midpoint of this range, and then we'll just see afterwards what happens if it's going to continue to the next major resistance level, which is at 130.178. Here is the dollar versus the Japanese yen, and the dollar versus the Japanese yen, as you know, been bearish here, and with stock markets moving upwards, I really thought that this is gonna go a bit up higher as well, and that's why we keep on adjusting the entry. Actually, I didn't adjust the entry zone for a few days, but you know what? It's really important to have those really good risk-reward ratios. So that's why I don't regret, that pushes upwards. So I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. If we miss out, we miss out, and that's it. What we added, let's talk a bit about stocks. So this is the S&P 500, and this is your daily chart. So for me, it's been a bit of a surprise that the market sort of rallied upwards. Of course, you understand that with the deal between Mexico, that's a big sort of uncertainty removed, and having no tariffs between US and Mexico is really important from an economic perspective. So I'm quite happy that really they've managed to find something rather quickly. So I understand that lifted the markets upwards, but at the end of the day, given the bad non-farm payrolls, given the bad market PMIs, given the fact that tariffs in China against Chinese imports have been increased, and the way things are looking right now, you're probably gonna even have higher rates on the rest of the goods. There's no way I think that the U.S. economy is gonna be able to quickly get out of this position, even if the Fed would potentially cut rates, by 2 times. So I don't really understand why the market is up here. And technically, what you're seeing here is a bit of a confirmation of that outlook. Because you see the market went all the way up. This is resistance. And then you can see here how the market now starting to roll over. These two candles here are bearish. And I think if you trade below 28.71, we can have that little push to the downside. Now, if you know what you're doing, you know you're scalping and things like that, then this could potentially be something. But it's nothing really that I will be trading just yet, giving the big picture sort of sideways markets. I wouldn't really be trading or trying to scalp this little section. So where's my invalidation level? So for this little short term, it's just this week's high. For the big picture, that invalidation level is 2857.7. Take that out, and obviously we just created a new multi-year high. And despite what the data says, I think it's important to still think it's important to actually work with that. For example, this is the S&P 500, but this is the actual cash index. This is just the monthly chart, and you can see how stocks really from 2000 all the way up until 2013, the market was just trading sideways, and the market sort of fell all the way down here, the cash index, to pretty much levels here from 2002. Then we moved upwards, and then we took out these levels. And I remember very well, like, the same guys that are complaining about bearish markets today and sort of saying that the world's gonna go under, whatnot, the US has too much debt. The same guys were up here sort of saying, oh, look, market should not be breaking out higher, but eventually did break out higher. And this is a period of long consolidation. And when you have long consolidation, you get this bullish price action. This is also, if you just treat it as a rectangle, we touched the first target, and this will be another rectangle, so another of these ranges. And when we have sideways consolidation, like here, for example, in 2014, 15, 16, the market was trading sideways, and this would probably not qualify as a rectangle, at least not on the monthly chart. But you can clearly see we're stuck in a range, and we have that bullish push like that. And this, at the end of the day, is also some sort of a range. It's not a rectangle, but it's definitely some sort of a range. You got these highs here, and I would think, that we're gonna head higher. Wouldn't necessarily call this a head and shoulders, but it's something similar to a head and shoulders. So if we go upwards, that would not be unsurprising. In fact, stock markets in general go upwards. Now, these are gold prices, and this is your daily chart. And the market unfortunately traded below my trend defining level here. Did that yesterday. I wasn't really long, and I was not advocating longs. In fact, I was advocating that this is probably going to trade lower. So I hope nobody traded on the back of that. Looking at this today, the market, if you look at it from a daily chart, I had sorry for flipping back and forth between the charts, by the way. We're sort of consolidating here, okay? And if we trade below 1319.93, I think the market could probably go lower. Take out the high, the market probably go higher, okay? Crude oil prices are also turning lower. I think if we took out 50.62, the market could probably trade a little bit lower. I'm not really sure exactly where or how much lower, but maybe 249, 48, like those big figures can be something. My idea has been to short sell here on a break, on a corrective bounce, much like the dollar yen, but it doesn't look like that's what's going to happen today. Right now, it just looks like it's going to head a little bit lower, and then again, we'll see what happens. If it takes out the low, it might go a little bit lower, but probably not a good idea to try to short sell and chase that move. Finally, here's the DAX. So I removed all my analysis, so that it was to buy a pullback. We never went back to that pullback level. I'm just gonna be neutral now here. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, but the way when I look at the S&P, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, it does tell me that we're probably going to see a bit of dollar stock market weakness, and if that is correct, we're probably going to see a bit of weakness here as well. So we might trade a little bit lower, but again, I wouldn't really be able to tell you something because this is not really a very solid pattern right now. Might transform and look something a little bit like some sort of head and shoulders, but it's probably too early. If you look at this, like if you imagine it goes down like that, creates that right shoulder, and then maybe goes up like that, and then you can probably maybe get the difference here, because we'll have that low and we'll have that low here. So that could be something, but we're not there yet. So probably want to give this another day or two to see what happens if we have this reaction, and then you need another day or two for this to probably go upwards. So that's what I can say about the German DAX, and that's my preferred trade setups. Oh, not preferred trade setup. That's my daily market outlooks. I have Marvin here. Got a question? Can we take a look at the Euro Yen? Sure, let's do that. So let's take a look at the Euro Yen. So this is the Euro Yen, and this is analysis. I actually done this long time ago. So this is the Euro Yen. Let's clear this. So what can we say? Let's begin with the daily chart. So in the daily chart, we're dealing with a downtrend. The market is creating these lower and lower highs. Been doing that for quite some time. The last really good trade setup was to short sell here, target these lows, which we pretty much reached. Now we're revisiting that breakout point, and this level here on this 123.86 level is sort of the line in the sand, because the way I look at this like two different rooms, so two different intervals. So you're either in this interval here, bouncing between these two levels, and when you break into the interval, or you step into the other room, you sort of leave that old interval behind, and then you're stuck like this. So this level is important. You can also see here how you have that high here, this level here. You see the market tried to go down, it entered the new interval, and then tried to go back into the old interval, but failed. So looking at this right now, if someone would say, Alex, you just have to trade, your life depends on it, I would say, okay, it's a downtrend, and I would just be bearish from these levels for this to go down lower. That's what I would be doing. And I would also use maybe like a 1 hour chart to see if we can optimize things here a little bit. So for now, at least, you see here in the very short term, we're still in a bit of an uptrend. So this is that level you want to watch there, and then you have this level down here. And I think if we take this level out, which is 122.55, then that would be a new lower low, and it could be the beginning of maybe doing something like this. So if the price goes down, create that new lower low, and then hopefully not hopefully up, but potentially up again, and then maybe do something like that. So that's what I would focus on. The only challenge with this outlook is that your stop loss would probably need to be, probably would not put it just above here. If you want to be able to do that, maybe wait a bit, let it go down, let it go up, and then the next time it sells off, that could be something. Because if you want to short on this one, I think you still need to have your stop loss up here. And that is the dollar yen. So got a question from Anas. Can we take a look at the GBP yen? Sure, let's do that. So this is GBP yen. So the GBP yen hasn't really changed too much since yesterday. And, you know, we're still dealing with the downtrend here on the daily. Everybody can see that. But it's still quite oversold. So I don't really want to sell it. And it's not bullish enough to be bought. And so I think we just need to wait here. It's just that much has happened here. I think It would look a bit different if the market would do something like this. I mean, we're in dilator option, right? So I think if we take out this little level here, it might go down, up, and then down. But because it's so oversold, it might actually just transform into a rectangle, which means down like that, and then the next time, which is lower, that could be something. And for the bulls to be really encouraged, these guys probably need to see the price go up and then down and then probably upwards, something like that. Right now it's doing that word here, so it could just be like that. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap things up, guys. Don't forget to check out ATFX website as well. Don't forget to hit those likes. We have 8 people watching, just 4 likes. So let's get that up to 15 today. That will be amazing. As well, don't forget to check out atfx.com/UK. If you want to try out a different broker, you want to have tighter spreads, because these guys are really competitive, their pricing. Then check out trading, and then you check out retail edge account. They have very, very, very tight spreads, so you want to check that out. I know a few traders already that have signed up with them. They have, forex majors, forex miners, exotics, the metals, crude oil, indices, cryptos, and they have even shares. So you can trade Uber here if you wanted to. As well, spread betting, of course, they have that as well. Now, I wanted to tell you something as well. We do have coaching sessions. So anybody that signs up for an Edge account gets access to 2 sessions with me. They happen online, so you can share your screen. We can also, use cameras and everything like that to facilitate better communication. And the idea is to help traders to sort of create some sort of a structured approach to trading. So like trying to create some sort of a trading system if you don't have one already. As well, it's already recorded. Still, I don't know if it's gone live just yet on the official portal, but I've done about 3.5 hours course, and that course is a consolidation of the best sort of trading concepts I learned over the last few years. It includes 2 complete strategies with entry, stop loss order, and money management. So you got 2 complete strategies plus the intro bits, and that can hopefully help you guys again to create a sort of a structured approach to trading. Because you have a lot of people, when they start trading, they really don't have any clue to what they're doing. They don't know when to enter, how much to risk, and things like that. And I was having the same problems when I started trading. Okay, I knew a little bit about macro fundamentals, but that was pretty much it. And then I literally sort of had some initial success, like most people have, made about 40% return over a period of a few months. And then, things became difficult after that. And then it took a few good years to actually become really good at trading. And the reason for that, I think, is just because online everybody was trading in a specific way, and I was sort of trying to mimic these people. And even though I had a structured system and everything, it did not really work out for me. So I started to explore different ways of trading money or making money. And it's very, very different when you're in a position where you actually are making money with your trading, because then you're in a position to help other people. And that is what I'm trying to do. It's not the most sexiest thing. It's definitely not very advanced what I'm doing, but it's a system that works for me at least. And if you want to learn that system, then having any account with ATFX is gonna give you access to that, and it's gonna be available in the trading portal. And again, it's with the developers already. It should already be live, and if it's not live now, it should be live by Monday. So that's another very good, or a third good reason to work with ATFX. Okay, we're gonna wrap things up. If you have any questions about ATFX or anything, you have my WhatsApp number up here. You also have my Twitter. You can reach out to me as well. If you happen to be in London, you want to know more about the team here at ATFX, just let me know. We're just let's see here. This is London. So this, as you can see, this is the Bank of England. This is London, by the way. So you got yourself your Big Ben. Over here you have Tower Bridge. So this is the City of London. Most financial companies are here. We also have, of course, the new financial district, which is Canary Wharf. But you can see here, this is the Bank of England. And here's ATFX. So it's literally, you exit Bank Station. That's the Bank of England. And that's the Royal Exchange. Station exit is here. There's actually just 4 of them, but there's just one. And you just walk up here. Just in front of the Louis Vuitton shop. You have TM Louis and this thing, and it's here, 32. We're in this floor up here. So we're very, very central. So if you're curious about the company, you want to come in for a chat, a cup of coffee, you're interested to the coaching, opening up an account or things like that, just let me know. You got my contact details, and yeah, let me know and we can arrange something. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time here at ATFX YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the video, and again, if you have any questions, just ping me. Thank you. Bye-bye.